Baidu is the stock that I'm going to do an Ichimoku cloud analysis today. Baidu is actually the largest internet search engine in China. It has over 70% of mobile traffic in the search market over there. It generates about 86% of its revenue from online marketing and the rest of it from other stuff at the moment. But what I love the most about Baidu is that it's a technology-driven company and it invests heavily in AI, artificial intelligence, such as autonomous cars. Now, as you know, I normally conduct my investment strategy from 5 points of the Invest Diva Diamond Analysis, or the IDDA. First one being the fundamentals that I'm not going to get too deep in right now because we really discussed that in detail in my premium investing group, or the PIG. But then with the Ichimoku, that is the second point of it, which is technical analysis, which basically we look for the best price to buy, the lowest price to buy, and then the highest price in whatever time frame that we're looking at to take profit, to sell. Now, the first point is fundamentals. As I said, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but I'm going to tell you one pro and one con. So the pro is that Baidu actually has over 100 billion of Chinese yuan cash that they can invest in. They've been investing in, particularly on AI, and they can actually spend and burn this extra cash on merger and acquisitions and really grow their company. But the con is that their competition, particularly Alibaba and Tencent, are also really going deep into the internet service market, and they're competing in terms of advertising budget, which could kind of slow down Baidu. And that's the reason why I actually also look at Alibaba and Tencent in my portfolio as well. But before we get into the Ichimoku cloud analysis today, go ahead in the comment section and let me know, are you invested in Baidu? Are you thinking about investing in the Baidu stock? Why or why not? My name is Kiana Danial. I'm the founder of the Invest Diva movement. I'm also the author of a bunch of books that you can see over here. You can find them in your local library or on Amazon or on our website. I was awarded the Personal Investment Coach of the year 2018 and 2019. And today I am gonna go and take a look at the Baidu stock from a technical point of view, specifically from Ichimoku Cloud. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, so this is my Baidu chart on TradingView. It's a little bit crowded over here because we've been analyzing it for a very long time. Actually, if you look at it from a monthly chart, I identified this double top chart pattern back in the day. That so with a double top bearish reversal, you normally consider the prices going down the same distance from the top to the neckline. It could travel all the way down to that distance. So that's why we had this support level at 40 kind of selected as a potential support and a buy limit order in a longer term. But it looks like that now I do have an Ichimoku signal on the daily chart that I wanted to show you guys today. It looks like that this support over here at 100, which also falls on, let's see if it has any sort of Fibonacci significance. Yes, it does. So if you trace the uptrend from back in December of 2000 and when is this? This is 2008, almost, well, beginning of 2009, when the real uptrend in Baidu started, until it slowed down and ended in 2014. This Fibonacci tracement level, the 61% of it actually falls on the support level, which is now currently acting as a key support level for the pair's current price. Now, other levels, such as the 78%, and in different time frames, we have different support levels, but this 100 right now is proving to be super strong. So we're going to take a look at the daily chart after this. And even though we had this longer term double top chart pattern, we now have something else on the daily chart. So I'm going to take this out of the way so you don't get too confused. And here we have the Ichimoku cloud, right? This is the Ichimoku cloud. So what's happening here? For the longest time, for around since May up until November, the pair was mainly consolidating. That's the reason why the Ichimoku cloud was getting thin and thinner and thinner and thinner. And the pair was just going up and down. It wasn't really making any significant moves until it finally broke and confirmed this break above the Ichimoku cloud in November, right? So beginning of November, we had a confirmation above the cloud and the Ichimoku cloud. The future Ichimoku cloud also jumped. We had everything else, the Tenkan line and the Kijun line and the Chikou span, all of them getting on a bullish momentum. But after that, we had the pair consolidating again. Now let's zoom in a little bit more and see what's happening. So on the 4-hour chart, the pair is again entering the Ichimoku cloud, signaling probably further consolidation coming. So what we're really looking for right now is whether or not this right now over here, can you see this is a saucer bottom chart pattern, right? So what we want to see is a confirmation above the neckline of this saucer top. So right now we have a couple of things. One is, well, the pair broke above the Ichimoku cloud, but is it a false signal? We don't know, because remember, back in the day, back in March, the pair also broke above the Ichimoku cloud, but shortly after it actually started to drop again and went further down to the support level that we had identified, right? So now again, the pair has broken above the Ichimoku cloud, has confirmed it, and the future cloud is also bullish, but we're not sure if it is a false breakout. We do have another thing that is heartwarming for the bulls in this market, which is the fact that we have the saucer bottom, and this could also turn out to be a bullish signal, but we still don't have a confirmation of this one, right? We're waiting for the prices of Baidu to break above the neckline. And that neckline, actually, I'm going to re-identify the neckline and the resistance levels for Baidu based on the most recent downtrend, which is here, right? And as you can see, this neckline that I just had identified falls on the 23% Fibonacci tracement level. The second resistance level falls on the 38% Fibonacci tracement level. So for me, if you are a Baidu fan, all right, so now this is the question. Do you want to buy Baidu or not? That really depends on all the other points of the IDDA, fundamentals, market sentiment, your risk tolerance, whether or not this is going to be right for you. So I'm not going to talk about that right now. But if you were to buy Baidu, if Baidu was the right stock for you, what price to buy? So that is my goal for today, right? So what is the best price to buy? So at the moment, it looks like that it has bottomed out. So any market price, perhaps even a little bit lower, it could go back after from an Ichimoku strategy point of view. Normally after the price breaks above the cloud, we see a temporary pullback. So you could even say that around, let's say here, I'm going to create another pivot point. We could see pullbacks towards 108, right? Which is going to, by the time it reaches the cloud, is going to be the upper band of the Ichimoku cloud. So anywhere between, at the current market price, between 120 and 100 could be considered as a buy limit order. Now, from a longer term point of view, as I said at the beginning, we do have this longer term double top chart pattern still not yet completed. So there is still a chance of it actually dropping further, especially if the, well, from the fundamental point, I didn't mention it, but let's talk about it. Let's point at the elephant in the room, which is the trade war with China. If that is not resolved anytime soon, we could actually potentially see it dropping lower. Now, this is again medium term somewhat, because China is on its way to becoming the superpower. It already is the number 2, but it could actually surpass the US, and it could do very, very well without the US regardless, because their AI market is huge. They're really investing in going heads on, and they understand the value of being in artificial intelligence, because that is our future. So medium term, yes, it could drop. Personally, I have buy limit orders set. We bought more at 100. I still have buy limit orders at 83 and 40, just in case it does drop lower. So basically, I'm going to buy my way down. But if somebody doesn't have any Baidu and is just looking to get started, I believe now may not be a bad time. Let's quickly take a look at Yahoo Finance to see the dividend payments for Baidu. All right, so Baidu does not pay dividends. So that is something that you want to keep in mind. So investing in Baidu would basically be for capital gains. Therefore, the risk could be a little bit higher for those of you who are not into Chinese stocks. But for those of you who are willing to take the risk and investing in something that could turn out to be incredibly huge in the future, then you might want to consider adding these buy limit orders to your portfolio. What did you think of my analysis right now? I would love to hear your comments, what you think. What did you see in the chart that I missed, or what did you agree with me on? Did you agree with the Ichimoku signal? Do you think this is it for Baidu, and from here it's going to go upward, or do you think Baidu is going to drop lower to as low as $40? And if it does, will you buy Baidu or will you not buy Baidu? I would love to hear from you. Go ahead in the comments and let me know. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This is my brand new channel that I've started, and I publish videos every single day, so you don't want to miss out. And if you don't want to miss out, don't forget to turn on that bell notification button so that you get a notification as soon as I publish a new video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Invest responsibly, and don't forget to make your money work for you.